biggest pension shake-up in UK history is coming, and it's got everyone talking. From retirees to investors, everyone's asking, is Rachel Reeves's pension megafund idea a game changer for Britain or a risky gamble with our savings? Welcome back to British Breakdown. Today, we're diving into Chancellor Rachel Reeves's bold plan to merge the UK's council pension funds into what she calls pension megafunds. This change is massive. It's meant to kickstart billions of pounds in investment right here in Britain. But critics are warning it could actually put savers' money on the line. Here's the scoop. Right now, the UK has 86 council pension funds, each managed independently by local governments. Reeves wants to merge these into a few massive funds, calling it the biggest pension reform in decades. And the goal? To create a fund so large that it can invest in things like energy infrastructure, tech startups and public services right here in the UK. In Reeves's words, the Canadian and Australian pension funds are crushing it with their massive returns, so why not us? According to Reeves, our pension funds are just too small on their own. With a handful of megafunds, she believes we'll see higher returns for savers and billions flowing back into the British economy. But let's get real here. Anytime the government tinkers with pensions, people get nervous, and for good reason. There are risks involved, big ones. Critics say the plan could put your savings at risk by shifting investments away from traditional high returns into UK-focused projects that may not deliver. Gervais Williams from Premier Miton says this is a mistake that could lead to fewer investments in small, high-growth companies. Tom Selby of AJ Bell warns that mixing a government growth agenda with retirement funds could backfire if the UK-focused investments don't perform as expected. And there's a real-world example that's got people worried. The Ontario Municipal Employees Retirement System, one of Canada's huge pension funds, which made headlines as the biggest investor in troubled Thames water, but not everyone's against it. Tracy Blackwell, CEO of Pension Insurance Corporation, argues that with more resources and expertise, these megafunds could actually open doors to larger, more stable projects, boosting returns and strengthening the UK economy at the same time. So here's the dilemma. On one hand, these megafunds could create opportunities for British infrastructure and tech to thrive, something we desperately need. On the other, they might limit fund diversity, push riskier investments, and even affect the pensions of hard-working Brits. Reeves wants the UK to emulate countries like Canada and Australia, where a few massive funds for public workers have helped drive the economy and generate solid returns. But can this really work for Britain's unique financial landscape? And let's not forget, this comes right after a budget that raised employer national insurance contributions. Businesses are already feeling the squeeze, and some are saying that forcing UK pension money into British-only projects might actually do more harm than good. The government estimates this could unlock £80 billion in UK investment, but some experts warn that if there aren't enough viable projects, these funds might be pushed into higher risk areas, and that's the last thing any of us want for our pensions. So, where do we go from here? Is this the push Britain needs to compete with the big players? Or are we gambling with people's life savings for the sake of political ambition? Now, it's over to you. Do you think Rachel Reeves's megafund idea will boost Britain's economy, or is it too risky?